So we can clearly see how these are built environments. So I wanted to talk about that again. I've talked about it before in a couple of other videos, so while Kyle's playing, I just want you to listen to what I'm saying. What I have taught online and what I've seen most people teach online thus far is getting the connection to ambient energy flow. Okay? So that is the pre-existing energy which is already in the atmosphere. Now I have done a couple of videos where I show building an environment from square one, from absolutely zero energy movement all the way up to having full flow. I forget the name of that video. There's actually a couple of them and you can find them on YouTube. You just have to look, okay? But they are there from absolutely zero to build up to what we've got now, okay? Take a look what Kyle's doing. He just did a slow build up from increments all the way up. So you should have been able to see that. And he's got full flow range now. And if you look, anytime he does those quick maneuvers like he was just doing, the system does quick maneuvers with him. When he does longer maneuvers, they lengthen out with him. Okay, so Kyle could even tell you that there is a big difference between using ambient energy and then creating a system from the ground up, right?
Yeah, big difference.
There's a lot of people out there who do practice this that oftentimes they're very happy because they'll go out on a solar flare day and get massive results. And then the next day when there's no solar flare, they're not getting near the results, and then many of them, you know, ask me why that happens. Well, solar flare, the whole earth is being dripped with charged particles. So that's the reason why those days are so windy anyway. You walk outside and all you have to do is move your eyeballs and everything moves with it. And believe me when I say anyone out there, anyone, even a person who's never worked with energy movement before, they could walk right out, move their hands, and they're going to get results, okay? Most of them just doesn't recognize when it happens. And then there's other people who can't get results at all because they are simply so closed-minded that their brains will not even allow them to comprehend or perceive something like that. And you see Kyle slow build up again. He built slow all the way up into what he's doing now. That shows steady work right there. Now there's two planes, dude. There's one, he just went around that way, and there's this other one. Okay, so, yeah, this place is suddenly turning into an airport. So yes, like I was saying before, look at him hitting it. Massive difference, because this is a built system. This is a system in which I took grids and actually made them work and built them to my specifications so that every movement that we make is accented. You should be able to thoroughly see that. In almost any video that we've been having these days, lately I've been just making the conditions like that, so it's very easy for people to tell when we're doing videos what's going on and what's not going on, okay? Nonetheless, do not get too excited when you go out on a solar flare day and you're able to move things. The big excitement comes when you're able to create these exact conditions from absolutely nothing. The exact same conditions that you would get on a solar flare day. That's the big excitement. And then from there, building further and further and further, okay? Because I've seen many people, even my students, when they don't have access to solar flare days, it's much harder for them to build an environment, correct? I've watched good energy practitioners have a hard time even moving. You see those there? Okay, you see the little pinwheels? I've had good practitioners walk up to that and barely get them to move an inch. There's days where I test them where I'll turn down the energy signature just to see if they're able to do it without any added help or guidance. For days like this, you usually have to work for it, Kyle, correct? If I have not built it, this is something that you have to work hard to get.
Yeah, nah, dude. I hardly get this kind of stuff by myself.
So, and this is something that Kyle gets to see and experience with, when he comes out with me, this happens every time, correct?
Correct.
Unless, of course, I'm attempting to shut it off where you guys can't access it. So this is the type of dimensional field that when I go out and I do this, I make it every time. Because again, this was not like this beforehand. And I've worked very hard on being able to teach them how to build their own fields. There's certain things, until they're able to actually see what I see, that they're not going to be able to do, which is absolutely fun. Because eventually, it is inevitable that they will start to see the grids. It is inevitable that they'll start to see the numbers. That's the way this whole thing operates. The more evolved you get, the more you're let in on universal secrets and how things operate. Now take a look. Kyle had a complete die down, killed the field, but then still walked up and started moving the pinwheels. Now that he's kicking his hands back up, look what the system is doing as a result. Kyle is a marvelous student. So are all my other students, and the students that I have online surprise me many times. You know, they sit and watch the videos, they study every move, and then they go out and they make their own videos, and they're getting results. And that's what makes this amazing. That's what makes this what it is because other people are going out now, other people are trying it for themselves, and they're getting results. So how can you tell a person that it doesn't exist when they're doing it for themselves? Eventually soon, a lot of people are going to look at it one day and go, huh, I wonder if that's real. I wonder if I walk outside, whether I will get some results as well. And it will continue to catch on and on and on. The more people get results, which that's happening more and more these days, the more you're going to see other people pop up with their own videos, creating their own stuff, and it's going to act just like a tsunami wave. There's no way people are going to be able to plug all those holes.